Hey, hey, hey! So today we are going to be talking about Patrick Starrr and his one size eyeshadow palette and the one size ultimate setting powder because those are the two items that I happen to have from his line. I am not a fan of Patrick Starrr. I've never been a fan of Patrick Starrr. In fact, I was extremely disappointed to receive both of these items. But then I decided to try them out to I thought it would be interesting to try them out, because I was just like, no, like absolutely not. But I thought it would be interesting to try them out and see if they actually are good or if they're going in the garbage. So, the one size Visionary palette, eyeshadow palette. Now this palette, it gets on my nerves. All right, okay. For multiple reasons. You've probably seen this palette before because it has the little tabs on it. It's uneven. OCD me drives me nuts, okay? And I'm kind of like, it may be to make it easier to open, but I don't know who had a problem with palettes before. Like, I have not had an issue enough that I was hoping somebody would do that, but you never know. So this is the color story. These are the shades that you get. The colors that I use, I actually have this on my eyes right now. The colors I use today are these three, and then this one is kind of a transition, but you can barely see it. So these are the shades, and I've tried all of them, and some are better than others. As you can see on my eye, I have the blue and then the black in the crease. Not the best eye look that I've ever done, and not the eye look that I intended to do. Oh, and I also use this green called Matcha on the lower lash line. But, I mean, and then the silver, of course, in the corner and kind of on the top here. Not the best eye look I've ever done. However, most of the shades are pretty easy to use. I have to say, the first time I used it, I was like, wow. They're super blendable. They're super pigmented, by the way. I went in way, way too hard with a brush and got far more than what I needed. And it was an experience, but it blended out pretty easily. Not all of them do that. Not all of the shimmers are great. It's an okay palette. I would definitely not pay $42 for this palette. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And being that it's always on sale on Sephora now for half price, you really don't have to. However, even at $21, I don't know that this is worth it. I mean, a good $20 palette, no. $15, yeah. This, if you get a really big discount on it, it's not terrible. And the first time I used it, I was like, wow, this feels like MAC eyeshadow. It feels like professional grade eyeshadow. But the more that I use it, it's kind of like, I put it over, I've used it on my eye naked with no eye primer, and then I've used it with different kinds of eye primers. And today I had a heck of a time with the blue. I had a time with the black, the green underneath my eye. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of lifting in certain areas, and I had to go back through and go back through and go back through. And even with doing that, it still is lifting and doing some interesting things. So for that reason, I'm going to rate this palette for the price, I'm going to rate it 2 out of 5 stars. If you were to lower the price to $15, $20, I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. Okay. Cause it's still not great. It's a workable palette. It's a neutral bitch palette. So if those are the colors that you like with maybe like a blue pop, then there you go. So 2 to 3 stars for this palette. And I think that I'm being generous with that. The next thing that I want to talk about is the one size ultimate setting powder. I think he has another kind of setting powder. I'm not sure, because when I looked for YouTube videos on how to use this and things, I found some things. I found some different videos. So this is in the shade Translucent. I don't know if there's another shade or not. This is the package that it's in. You get a good amount. I want to note that too. I was very impressed. You open it up, and this is the inside. Now, I have to say, let's see, I think it was when you opened up this, because this part lifts up and then you have just this little sliver right here to get product out. And first I was really annoyed by that. And I have to say, when you first open the product, there is like tape around this to seal it, which I totally get that. But if you don't have long nails, I had a heck of a time removing the seal. So just be aware of that if you get it. The next thing was that, you know, you just have the little slash mark, right, for product. And it really annoyed me because I'm getting setting powder everywhere. It's okay. Everything will be set. Set for life. Okay. It's kind of annoying, but at the same time, it doesn't have, like the e.l.f. has, you know, you slide it and there's like those dots, those holes on it. So where you can kind of shake it out a little bit by little bit. This doesn't have it. It only has the little slash. So take that as it may. Like, I was just confused. I was like, are we supposed to put our brushes like in there and, you know, like cram them in there, or like we dump it out? Because I feel like that's just too big of a hole, right? I feel like it's a lot's going to come out. And I was like, do we dump it in the lid? Like, what do we do here? So what I've been doing, because I don't want to make an extreme mess, I just kind of shake it like this. And what that does is it fills up the hyphen there, and then you can kind of take your brush, slide it across. It does get a little bit outside of it, but that's not a problem. This setting powder, I don't know how much this retails for. I think it's like $22, $23. No, it's probably more than that. It's got to be more than that. I think it's like $34. You get a good size amount with this, okay? Significantly more than you would get with other brands. I wear glasses, and I have to say that Patrick Starrr setting powder actually does help with the glasses marks you get. It doesn't get rid of them completely all the time, and you really have to load it up. But once you get through the whole, you know, the slash, and you're just like, okay, I figured out how to do this, figure out how I'm going to navigate this. It's not a bad setting powder. I've been using the e.l.f. HD setting powder, something like that, and I really like it, and it works really good. I don't have any issues with it. I don't have any problems with it. It's fine. This setting powder, it's a little bit more yellow or orange. It says it's translucent, but it is a little bit more like banana powder colored. I don't really know if it changed the color of my skin or not, because I'm a pale girl. So if it were to like lighten up my, like, I think it did lighten it up a little bit more than the e.l.f., but it's hard for me to tell because my skin is just so pale. So I'm not going to be a good judge on that. But this is a pretty good setting powder. Now, I wouldn't pay $30 for it, but if it's like $20, I mean, you get a bunch with this. And this is better than the eyeshadow palette. I am a lot happier with this than I am with the eyeshadow palette. This, I mean, of course, it's setting powder. It's super easy to use. It does set your face. Doesn't move. Like, it's pretty good, okay? I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 stars, okay? Because it's not good enough to get 5 stars. It's not like my ride or die product, right? It doesn't check all the marks, but it is really, really good. So if you need a good setting powder, this is definitely going to be a good option. And again, I use the translucent. I don't know if they have other shades, if you have darker skin, or if you want like a different colored setting powder. I've never used colored setting powders, so I don't really know how that all works. But if you want a more colored setting powder, then you could see if they have that available. But like I said, I don't know how much that retails for, but I think $20 might be reasonable. Maybe $25. You know, I use a crap ton of it, and there's still a ton in there. Like, it would last you a long time. So even if it costs you $25, if it lasts you 6 months, that's quite a bit of uses out of this. So, rated this 4 out of 5 stars, and we're going to give the palette 2 out of 3 stars at the current price point. If he lowers the price, then I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. Even at the $21 range, we'll go ahead and give it at the $21 range on sale at Sephora. We'll go ahead and give it the 3 out of 5 stars. But those are my thoughts on that. Let me know if you've tried either one of these Patrick Starrr products. If you've tried any of his other products and they're like really, really good, because I've heard, I think it's his liner that's really good. The one size liner. I don't know. Let me know if you've tried anything and you're just like, wow, this is so good. Blow my mind. Amazing. If I need to try it, please comment it and let me know. I'm curious to see what y'all think, if you all like it or if you didn't like it. I've heard some really bad reviews about the eyeshadow palette. You know, it's I think some of it is user error. It has to be, because you know, if you use different type of brushes, natural like boar hair, or you know, real hair brushes versus artificial brushes, or you know, whatever, it's going to apply differently. So I don't know. I don't know. But those are my thoughts on it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, because you never know what kind of content is going to pop up over here on this channel. I appreciate you watching. I love you so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!